is up, y'all? We are back with another video. Before we get started, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So with A Quiet Place Day One, we all know going into this that this is a prequel to the last two films that we got, which were amazing films. I'm a huge fan of the Quiet Place series and franchise. But to get into what this movie was about without spoiling it, when New York City comes under attack from an alien invasion, a woman and other survivors try to find a way to safety. They soon learn that they must remain absolutely silent as the mysterious creatures are drawn to the slightest sound. So with A Quiet Place Day One, to get into the spoiler-free end of things, you guys know we end off with spoilers and start off spoiler-free. This movie is an emotional ride, emotional, tense, brutal, just ride of just a great movie, to be honest. I really love this movie. I actually heard people going out the theater saying that they did not like, this movie and then feel like it was a part of the other two, which I will say they don't do too much connecting the other two, in my opinion, but it does do a great job as a standalone, just Quiet Place movie, just almost like a spinoff. I wouldn't even call this one a prequel. They had things that felt prequelish in this, but it felt more of a spinoff. We had a returning character from the previous films. We had Henry, and it all made sense, once we got into it and everything. Lupita and Joseph's performance as Eric and Samira, that was just crazy. That was an elite performance, bro. Like, it really felt like they were like just buddies at a point. Like, man, Joseph Quinn, he's very talented. I know this was, no challenge for him because he comes from a TV series, Stranger Things, and he was Eddie Munson, so it kind of felt like that universe, to be honest, and it actually does feel like Stranger Things a lot. But Lupita, man, her character as Samira or Sam, whichever one you want to call her, I just felt that she had a lot of depth to her character. I was really invested in her performance, and I do think with this movie you'll have a good time. If you like the formula that the other, Quiet Place movies has, the previous ones with the creatures, I want to say they're called Death Angels, with, them basically not being able to swim. They're attached to sounds and everything. I feel like with this one, though, they were not letting up. Like, any little piece of sound they heard, they were wiping it clean. Like, if they heard you step on glass, they're wiping it clean. But beginning to end, I was on the edge of my seat. They don't waste any time. You're thrown immediately into the universe. You get invested in the character Sam, played by Lupita, and you start following her, and she's going through a lot of things. She's actually very ill in this story. So you're and they kind of show you something with the character Sam, where you kind of understand her fate. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to understand her fate, and it's very emotional, but it really gets you prepared for this story. It wasn't too many other characters really in this. You got Alex Wolff. He plays a great character in this that's attached to the character Sam, but it's mainly, surrounding what we see in the trailer, really, with Lupita and Joseph Quinn's characters as Eric and Sam. But overall, I really had fun with this movie. It was a Quiet Place film. The tension, man, I'm not gonna lie, this movie made me not want to live in this universe ever. It just, this one right here felt like, bro, if this ever happens, I'm fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was every little thing with these creatures, the slightest sound. It felt like you were living in just like suffocation, to be honest. You couldn't do anything in this world. So, and I actually got to see this in XD, so I heard every little thing, just that the crackling noise that comes from the creatures and everything. It was just crazy. It made me feel that, truly, I don't want to live in this world. A lot of great scenes. The cinematography is amazing. They made New York feel a lot bigger than what it is, because I've been in New York a few times, and they did a great job, man, just having all these creatures just hovering over the city and taking people out. One of the scenes that happens in this film is very much like brutal, for real. It's just like a lot of chaos, a lot of stuff going on. It damn near makes you feel like, bro, this is the end. When you guys know what I mean, when it comes to the universe and the end, that's how it felt in that scene. I'm like, this is definitely how the end may be. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, but overall, I really enjoyed it. But that's my spoiler-free things of A Quiet Place Day One. Let's get into spoilers. Now, if you haven't seen A Quiet Place Day One, you definitely should head out. But to get into this, with A Quiet Place Day One, I'm going to just be honest, I don't know if it hits that mark as a prequel. We find out early on in this film that Sam is actually, well, Lupita, she's actually hospice, meaning that we know her fate, where she's not going to make it, very long. She knows the time she has left on Earth, and she's fighting a lot. She's fighting a lot of her, her past and trying to go back to her past. She's very attached to her father. She used to be a poet and things like that, and I think that was a lot of depth to her character because it made the story full circle at the end. We know what I'm talking about, where she gets the iPod and she starts listening to the music at the end. She kind of just checks out at that moment. She kind of got everything she wanted. Her wanting the pizza, kind of just wanting to relive her great memories because she's going through so much bad right now. But I really liked her character. She had a lot of depth. I liked how she connected with Joseph Quinn and Eric. Man, he was a great character. Just how he was leveling up and just being attached to Lupita off bat, just being cool with her and becoming friends with her. I will say this, I feel like out of all the Quiet Place movies, this one probably is one of the scariest, just off the fact how they kind of factor in real life, how if you step on a piece of glass, you even move a zipper, they're coming, they're no plan, they're rushing immediately. And it was a scene where Alex Wolff, I think his name was Ruben, the nurse that was, he was Sam's nurse. He rips his shirt on some type of machine, and immediately you see the death angels come, like the creatures rush and take them out. It was very sad. I'm like, damn, at least in the other ones, in the other ones, they let you make a little bit of noise, I want to say, but I liked how they kept that angle where, if they get in water, they drown, or they, they can't survive in water and stuff like that. That was a very cool thing to keep in there. But does it connect with the other two films? With Henry being in there, I think that was the only connection for real, like seeing that Henry was still in that, play, but it's a prequel, so of course he's going to be in that play. Now it shows why Henry is so, involved in the last two films we got. But pushing forward, like I said, I feel like the creatures did not let up in this one. They really were just coming after anything that made a noise. I love the cat. The cat was very cool. The ending definitely put like a tear in my eye, man. With Eric getting his happy, story, his happy ending on a boat and being in that water, just getting away from the creatures. But it really made me sad, even though it was a good thing that, Sam got her great ending too. Just getting the iPod, getting to hear music, returning back to her city, getting that slice of pizza. And, it made sense because she had to sacrifice that moment where they were about to go to the boat. That kind of showed me like, bro, this is about to get real crazy. It's about to pull out the heartstrings. Where she gives Eric the cat and tell him to head out into the water. She's going to be basically the bait. And, she busts the car window. They all start chasing her, and she still survives. But it was crazy how it ended, like just in the middle of New York City, her unplugging it from the radio and it plays out loud. And then, bam, you see the death angel jumps behind her. That was very crazy, ending, to be honest, just knowing that she actually ends up, being unalived at that point. But I really liked it. I liked how they kind of did the environment of New York with the death angels being involved, the creatures and stuff like that. I feel like one thing I will say, one complaint was that the world felt numb. Like they weren't a lot of citizens talking to, each other. It was just like they're just trying to get the hell out. I guess that's reality. But yeah, they were just trying to get the hell out of the point because they were trying to tell them like, hey, go here, to be rescued and took somewhere else, go to this boat. And we're seeing like these crowds of people go through New York City, but they're not like talking to no one, guiding no one anywhere. But I'm guessing like that's reality for real. Like if you think about it, that's definitely reality. Like we don't have time to talk. We got to get the out. And I think this is the best, film that captured that Quiet Place formula with don't make a sound. Like they're literally writing on paper at points. Like, they did that in the other ones, but they're writing like, hey, like, you gotta come here. They're scared. You can feel it. Like this movie made me feel like I was suffocating, bro, like inside. I feel like I couldn't speak either. And that's, I'm pretty sure that's the goal for the writers and directors. Like, hey, when you're in a seat, we want you to feel that you can't speak either. I feel like I couldn't even dig in the popcorn, bro, because I'm like, damn, especially with, the elite performance with Lupita and Eric, the scenes that they were in, like that scene where they're in like in the bottom of the subway, like in the water, and they're in the water and he's having a panic attack and you hear the crackling of the, I'm like, oh my Lord, if I was in there, I would have been done. It was so many times, bro, I would have been cooked. I would have literally been cooked in this movie, bro, because you could not make a fucking noise, bro. Like, even when even down to the point where she ate the slice of pizza, she's like, I'm like, damn. Like, I don't remember it being that, you know, steep in the other ones, but I guess it was. But it was crazy. The cat played a big part of some dumb decisions, but I like the cat. It kind of started feeling like the cat was like spiritual or some shit, like it was some type of GPS of guidance. But I really did enjoy it. A lot of people say that they think this could potentially be the best. I've heard, like I said, coming out the theaters, people said that, you know, it was terrible. They ain't see it connect with the other ones. Me personally, I enjoyed it, but did it feel like a prequel? In my opinion, a little, like just a little. It more felt like just a Quiet Place Day One spinoff. And the fact that they showed us where this is taking place in like different cities on that scene with the globe, it would have fit, because it's like, okay, now this is happening in New York, you know what I'm saying? So it would have been better as a spinoff, in my opinion. But the fact that they're showing it's happening everywhere, in my opinion, that was them telling us it's more coming, because it was, bro, I think Mexico, Denver. I'm like, this shit is crazy, bro. But overall, I had a lot of fun with A Quiet Place Day One. It's definitely what I thought it was. One of the better films in 2024. Was it the best? As of now, I wouldn't say it was the best, but it's definitely one of the best. So I definitely think you should go check it out. Very fun movie, especially if you love the Quiet Place, you know, series and franchise. Definitely check it out. But unfortunately, this is the end of the video. I want y'all to hit me up on my social medias. ILIKESCARY on Instagram, ILIKESCARY_ on TikTok, Brandon on Facebook, ILIKESCARY on Twitter, and yeah, you are right there where it says subscribe. Next, we'll click join to become a member of the channel. I want you all to watch some horror movies. Stay scary out there. Peace.